साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म श्री माताजी निर्मलमा श्री माताजी निर्मलमा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म श्री माताजी निर्मलमा श्री माताजी निर्मलमा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
And let's just say to ourselves, Shri Mataji, you are my Guru. Shri Mataji, verily you are my Guru. And we're going to listen to the Sri Hanuman Chalisa. Left hand in the air, right hand towards Shri Mataji. Nij man mogan sudhar, varna raghuvar bimal jas jo, daya kribar char, buddhihin tan jaan ke simro pavan kumar, bal buddhi vidya deho mohe haro kalesh vikar. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर, राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा, महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन बरन विराज सुबेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा, हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ
साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे, लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए, रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई, सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा, नारद शारद सहित अहीशा, यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों ओर प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुपति पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, ये शत बार पाठ कर जोई, छूटे ही बंदे महासुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हर चेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महाडेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महाडेरा की जयनाथ हृदय महाडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप साक्षात श्री आदि शक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः
Put our left hand on the earth, right hand towards Shri Mataji's photograph, and he will take one mantra to Shri Kartikeya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And he will say, Shri Mataji, you are the pure innocence within me. Please make me an innocent person. Shri Mataji, you are the pure innocence within me. Please make me an innocent person. Shri Mataji, you are pure innocence within me. Please make me an innocent person.
Now, that there is a possibility, a very big possibility of a great change in the atmosphere through the transmutation of human beings. It's a big possibility. And this possibility has been very well now described by some people who are busy with finding out about horoscopes and things. I was amazed the other day that the star Pluto that has now appeared on the scene, that describing the qualities of this star Pluto. And they say that a transmutation should take place with this star. And a new change must come all over the world. It's such a beautiful description that he is the center. He is the man with the center. Just for fun's sake. You see, anything to be done just for fun's sake, just for seeing it. Nothing so serious about it. Nothing so engrossing and throttling. You know, some people are really throttled. Absolutely, they feel they're choked up with it. And anything goes wrong, you see, they become absolutely white in the face, and the whole thing becomes like a shock to them. Now, as a person starts maturing through ages, he sees that both these extremes are no good. Like I've seen people who are so particular, say, about certain things. Like we can say the people who are right-sided people, ego-oriented. They are so particular how the room should be, how the color should be, how the curtain should be, how the carpet should be, and the whole thing is such a big muddle, I tell you. But I once asked, why all this? Why do you do it? What is the gain? So the gentleman says, because it relaxes you. And I'm very relaxed. I said, the things that relax you are making you really very, very tense. You are not at all relaxed. On the contrary, you are so tense that this color is going out, or there's no carpet, or there's no curtain, or there's this thing. I mean, if you are relaxed, nothing will make you important. Nothing is important. And for that, you're so tensed up and so sometimes ugly. Because I have seen people can be very harsh on all these things. I remember a lady had a carpet and a little child came and spilled something. I mean, all these carpets, of course, can be cleaned, luckily. But the owner of the carpet was so furious. She first hit the child and said all kinds of things to the mother. It was so painful. Only tears started rolling my eyes. Now this lady, the one whose child was spilled, is a rich family woman. She has no problem. And she said, I'll pay for your carpet. Now don't you worry, But she was so furious. And then, of course, one day later, she realized that she was very wrong. And she said, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I just let her. Why? Because she had given undue values to things which are useless. And she built it up within herself, this kind of a value system, which upset her. Suddenly she saw something so useless and frivolous happening there. And the whole inside came out like a very ugly personality. Otherwise she was very well dressed and very elegant, and everything fell off to pieces. And the ugliness inside came out. If you get attached to matter, you become that ugliness within yourself. Matter is one of the most horrible things one should get attached to. Absolutely the thing that you should never worry about. It always tries to dominate your spirit. Always tries to dominate your spirit. You become extremely ugly with your attachments to matter. The spirit is fighting the matter all the time. First of all, the matter gives you habits. Say you are used to a chair, you cannot sit on the ground. It dominates you all the time, and so secretly it crawls upon you that you do not know how it works out. I myself had one habit, which I seldom take to habits really. It's difficult for me. I'd have to remember that I better take this habit. And every day I do everything differently. I have no routine. I cannot have a routine. Find it impossible to train myself to have a routine, because sometimes the routine can save time, I think. But I don't know. I somehow or other cannot take to routines also. But I had one habit. I discovered it, that I must sleep with my hand under my pillow. Imagine. And one day I hurt myself. I couldn't put my hand there. I said, I can't sleep, otherwise I can sleep like a log of wood. I said, what's the matter with me? And I then realized that my hand was all the time going there, and whenever it went, it was feeling hurt, so it was coming. So I said, look at that. I was amazed. Of course, next day I broke the habit. It's very simple. But one should see oneself, how you form habits. This is the habits that comes to you from previous life, or maybe the previous past that you have been living with. That's one thing, that habit. Another habit can come from ego. Not habit, but an ambition. Like a person who has lived with a lot of riches and all that. He's not bothered as to what sort of place you are living in. He's not really bothered if he's really lived in the best places. And if he has not formed the habit, that's one point. If he has not formed the habit, I know of some people who are extremely rich and they can live as they like. Really, they have been rich people, really. The richness has gone into them, I should say. That they are like kings, they are not bothered, nothing can dominate them. I know of someone who is he's also a Sahaja. He is the judge of the Hague High Court, and he's the chairman of that. And he's such a simple man. that, you see, he'll wear his shoes and wipe it with the curtain somewhere and jump into his horrible bed, which might be, and he's a very, 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 very rich man, into a bed which is like this. He's not bothered. And he's very handsome. So whatever he wears suits him all right. There's no problem. And he's least bothered as to what he wears and how he goes about. And somehow he's very well groomed. I don't know how. He's very well groomed. I mean, he appears to be very well groomed, despite the fact he doesn't pay much attention to this thing. Now, if he goes to somebody's house, he will never see what kind of a towel is there or what kind of a thing. His wife may notice, but he will never. He does not know. And he does not know which house he went to, what sort of things there were, whether the chair is comfortable or uncomfortable. He's just not bothered about these things, see? And he's a man who is so rich. I mean, he has palaces in India, palaces. But if you make him sit here, he'll just come and sit down, least bothered. He'll never feel that his dignity has been put down or he has been put to any trouble. Because the richness of the matter, the feeling of enrichment, the aesthetics, and the subtler feeling that you have mastered the matter, if it crawls into you, you become really the master of matter. It doesn't matter where you sleep, where you live. You may live in the greatest luxury, or if you have to live, you will live on the street. But you will not be bothered. You are the master of the whole thing. And nobody will know that this man is such a rich fellow or is in any way in this thing. I've seen one Englishman like that. Most surprising. I met him once, just by chance. We were going to my house, which was in Oxted. And trains failed or something happened, so they asked us to go by bus. And then we had to, that bus also went off, you see. So we had to get down, we're waiting for another bus to come. So this fellow very nicely went and sat on a big stone. And he said, would like to sit down? I pointed to another. I also, like a lord, I went and sat on another stone. All others were looking this side, that side. They wouldn't sit down and they were feeling very funny about the whole thing, cursing. And we just started talking. You see. It was very sweet, very nice. And he said, I enjoyed India very much. And he told me the places he went to, where no Englishman would dare to go. I must tell you, the places he visited, I was surprised how he managed to go there. And I said, how did you do it? Because you have to walk quite a lot and you have to go by a bullock cart. He said, oh, I really enjoy it. It doesn't matter to me. Bullocks are very kind to me. They drive me very slowly. And a bullock cart, if you go for even 2 hours in that, every bone you will know is falling out. It's a horrible journey on a bullock cart on an Indian so-called road, which is no road. It's all stones here and the big ditches and stones and all that in the villages. But he went to such villages, I was amazed. And then while talking to him, I said, how you were there? He said, I was there for something, this, that. And he wouldn't tell me how he was. And then we got into the bus. I got down in my place and we went away. And then in a party I saw him, they said he was one of the viceroys in India. I was amazed. He was one of the viceroys of India. I mean, the richness, you see, wherever he was a lord or whatever he was, all had gone into his blood, you know. He didn't need anything anymore. It's oversatisfied. If that can happen to you, you have mastered the matter. This was the idea to begin with. I mean, that was the idea of God, to give you all material wealth. That you will be satisfied with it and you will be over it. But you got lost, I think. If 1 penny is increased in the loaf price, everybody goes upside down. This is not the sense of affluence. I was amazed at that gentleman who was, if you go and see in India the Viceroy Lodge, you'll be surprised. I mean, you don't have any building of that quality. He lived in that luxury where we have sandalwood sofa sets. Sandalwood sofa sets. From there, just to come and sit on any stone or any place like that, and in such a simple way to live. I mean, imagine, he has been really a viceroy. He has not been there just a human being. He became really a viceroy of India, no doubt about it. The way he mastered it. I mean, if you are a king, you have to behave like a king of the whole world. Otherwise, what's the use of this kingship when you are worried of 1 penny? And this is what one has to learn from matter. But after realization, the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. But I don't know why, maybe this is the problem of the ego or whatever it is. The cocoon still sticks on and a person still wriggles out. I don't know why. That they are not conscious, they have become the butterfly now. And they still stick on to their cocoon habits and behave in the same way. For example, I cannot think of any Sahajogi misbehaving with another Sahajogi who is a saint. Both are being saints. For material things. Absolutely impossible. I just can't think of it. But these saints can do that because they are still having that cocoon around them. And they behave like that. Sometimes I'm amazed. It's disgraceful. I mean, even otherwise, a gracious man would not say anything for material. It looks bad, isn't it? To say something. I mean, I don't know how, but in the etiquettes also, to remark about something that is material. I mean, it's nice to praise, it's beautiful and it's nice. But to say, oh, you should have had something here, a carpet or something, is disgraceful. As it is, I think. I don't know about human cultures, but should be minimum of minimum. That you don't complain if you go to somebody's house and say something disgraceful. We should accept as it is and not to make others look little before you. The richer you are, the higher you are, you have to be humbler and a humbler person. I mean, that should be the criteria, I think. Like we have a story that there was a saint sitting and meditating. He was blind in a jungle. And a king came there and asked him with very great politeness and humility, he said, "Oh saint, you are so great. You are not bothered about worldly things. But will you be able to tell me if you have seen any persons going this way, because I am looking out for them?" So he said, "I know you are the king. And your minister came down. He asked about you. And your servant also came and asked." So how did you know? He said, "From their language, the way they speak. I can make out the level from the language they use, the way they speak." He said, the servant came and said, "Hey, you blind fellow. Have you seen somebody going this way?" He said, "I'm blind, how can I see? Did somebody come here?" He said, "No." Then the second one came, minister. He said, "You blind gentleman, not the saint. Why should say blind? If somebody is blind, must you say that you are blind? Is it proper? It hurts. And you do not know when you hurt others, you hurt yourself much more. If you say even one word that hurts others, you hurt yourself 100 times more. Make it from me. It hurts another person to say you are blind." But he said, "You blind gentleman." And the third person was the king himself. He very humbly touched his feet and said, "Oh saint, did you know somebody had come?" You see, a person who is really evolved is so gentle. He is like a flower. How the flower falls on the ground, you don't even hear a sound. When it is dying, when it is falling from its mother tree, how gently it comes down and touches the ground. A saint has to be like that. Those who have vulgar tongues and harsh tongues should get out of their cocoons and should understand that by doing this they will go down very much, even if they are realized souls. I agree, you are realized souls, you have got your realization. But you must try to control your tongues. It may be because you have a mental poverty. It's a question of mental poverty. It's no question of coming from a poor family, but it's a mental poverty that you haven't got aesthetics, how to talk to another. You should know that the whole universe is within you, but these are part and parcel of your awareness. These are your own. How can you be harsh to them? And it hurts me when I see these things happening, even after getting realization. I feel what's the use sometimes? If realization gives them so much and they cannot give up a little, I feel very much surprised how human beings cannot take to the beauty of realization and settle down there. The second type of people are those who are not blunt, we would say, but are very sophisticated and cunning, and they have a sarcastic way of hurting people. Today I have taken up this subject very much because it's very, very common now. It is so common. And some people who lost their vibrations and are not getting proper realization, they are not establishing. One of the main reasons is that they are hurting each other very much, even now. Now these are the people who have developed a tongue which is like a snake. I don't know if snake speaks, but they say that snake has a bad tongue. But I don't know if it speaks at all. Only the human beings speak. And they have evolved methods of ruining themselves completely by saying something so very harsh. I mean, like a venom, it comes out. The whole fun of the world is lost. God has created this beautiful earth and this beautiful universe. He has created you to be the human beings. From amoeba to this stage, and today the time has come to become aware of Him, of His powers, with your spirit flowing it. You have to become your spirit now at this juncture. You must first decide that as soon as you become that, you are going to give up your caterpillar state. That has to be decided. So many have been realized in this country and in so many other countries. I wonder how many of them have understood that you are the flowers and how the flower has to be fragrant. Are you that fragrant towards others? Unless
I'll leave it there. I will post it afterwards. Let's meditate on the sweetness that we have within us and to use our fragrance with others.
Shri Mataji Namo Namaha.
Jai Shri Mataji.